Hey kids, welcome to another episode of the 1-6-Pack, episode 33. Lucky number 33. My name is Trevor, 1-6 Shooter. With me are my co-hosts Tommy D, aka Eye of Uatu, and TJ, aka Capes.and.Rifles on the Instagrams. What? That's what it is. That's what you chose.
Okay, I just no one's ever said and dot, so you caught me off guard.
Capes dot and dot
All right,
rifles.
I'm changing that shit.
I want him to find
full
you.
stop. And
Right?
full stop rifles.
I don't want to
full
just go
stop.
to Capes and Rifles because like who the fuck knows who that is? Like it could be
Actually, we
anybody.
should find out, and we should shake him down.
We should
and
find
get that
out.
name.
Yeah,
We
I've
should.
yet to find out who the hell is 1-6 Shooter without the underscore, but whatever, it is what it is at this point. I don't really care. How you guys doing? Who's on that cozy? Wait a minute, who's on that cozy?
It's my cold bloom. It's Jeff Goldblum.
That's great.
Nice.
I love it. I love it. I love Jeff Goldblum.
Me too.
Fucking best.
Massive Jeff
best.
Goldblum fan.
That
What's up,
show is so good, man.
Oh my God,
The
the
World
world
According
according
to-
to Jeff Goldblum.
Oh my
Yes.
god, it's so good. What's up, Angel? What's up, nerds? Well, TJ was gonna ask you who's in the chat. It's just Angel so far. So hopefully,
Angel.
there's 4 people in here. We just don't know who. Tell us who you
Well,
are. Don't be a lurker.
One
Just
is
tell us who
me.
you are.
I'm on YouTube on another screen.
All right. Well, there's 2 other people,
right.
3 other people. So let's. We got a lot to talk about tonight. So not so much news, but I want to dive into this DX thing, and you know that kind of springboards off the news that we're going to talk about. So let's get down to how you guys doing? Good? Have you picked anything up lately? Anything new come in? 1-6 ones?
My classic Spider-Man got delayed. Yeah, other people are getting theirs
Really?
now, which is
Yeah, tons of
So
people
that's
are getting
cool.
that, man. Holy shit.
great.
Wow.
And then
Side show?
I ordered the Kakashi from the Rocket Toys thing that we were talking about
Okay.
earlier before the show. But other than that, I don't think I have anything coming in. I do have that DX Batman coming in whenever that
Me too.
hits here. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a minute. There's some. I've been watching some reviews of it, and yeah, well, we'll get into it when we talk about
Okay.
that. But I do have that coming as well. And the only other thing I got in was that Damn Toys Godfather Golden Years, which it's just another great figure, man. The tailoring is awesome. It comes with so much stuff. I mean, it was a $300 figure, 300 something. But it's got the lawn chair that he
There's a
sits
whole
on
set.
with cushions, tufted
Yeah.
cushions.
Ooh,
The
tufted.
table. They're tufted. And like they're not just tufted. They're like there's little buttons on each little.
They're
tuft.
nicely tufted.
Nicely tufted. It's quality cushioning.
Chocolate
Um,
shirts.
It's got a table that comes with it. It's got his drink, and it's got the sweater you can put on. A couple of different sculpts, 3 different sculpts. Really a great value, man. It's really really nice.
He was
show off
around
the
like
shirts, guys.
3 something. Is that what you said? 3 something.
3. I want to say it was like 310 or something like that. Just over $300.
I mean, if you think about how much people charge for any 1/6 accessory, you're getting a steal out of that if he comes with all that stuff.
I think it's a great value. I mean, for the clothing that you're getting, he's got an overcoat. It comes with the sweater, so you can swap out the sweater for like when he's sitting in the garden before he dies. Spoiler alert. The bag of groceries. He's got the bag. It's a couple of oranges that come with it, so you get the oranges. You can have. That's currently the pose I've got him in now, holding the bag of oranges.
I feel like
it's great.
that alone you could use in like 1,000 different setups and shots. Just like a bag of groceries. Like it's ubiquitous in a way that it works with everybody.
Yeah, and it's an easy street setup shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just have to find kind of an old background for the street. It's the tough that makes it a DX.
I think Elliot figured it out. That's it.
But there you go. Well, thanks for joining us. It was a great show.
We found out what a DX is. We're good.
Yeah, it's the IKEA lawn chair. Yeah. That lawn chair costs you many dollars.
All right, before we go into
pricing
news,
outdoor furniture, it's nuts. Yeah.
what because I think we forgot it last time. But what is everybody drinking? Because I am.
No, we
intrigued.
didn't. We did it. We did it kind of late, I think.
Did we?
We had a guest, and Sean, but we did do it. Yeah. What is everybody drinking? Go ahead, TJ.
I'm having a Irish red ale from the Thomas Hooker Brewery here in Connecticut.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Thomas Hooker. Okay. Local? Like
great.
real local, hyper local, or
I don't
just like?
know I don't know what part of Connecticut this is. I just saw Connecticut, picked it up.
And what is it? What is it again?
It's Irish red ale.
Irish red ale. Nice. There's not enough ales, man. There's not enough ales to choose from.
No, it's all about.
It's all IPAs, man. I'm kind of almost picked up an IPA because I'll do it next week because it's a friend of mine, friend of a friend out east here that does it, and I have yet to try it. So I picked up. I'm trying to theme this. I was going to pick that up, and there was no theme to that. I was just going to pick it up. But this is. You've probably had this from Omegang.
Yep.
Cooperstown, Three Philosophers.
Yeah.
Nice, but I figured, there's three of us and we're going to be philosophizing about what a DX is. Oh, even though Elliot's already pretty much ruined it. Like, he's like Socrates over here.
Rapper's also nailing it here, too. IPA is an ale. It is an Indian pale ale.
I know it is an ale, but it's not a. I'm talking about like an English ale, like a real, you know what I mean, like a real base ale, not too hoppy like the IPA, but
Well, for those of us that aren't over IPAs, I got a Galaxy
I'm not over
Invader.
them.
I went with Galaxy Invaders because we're talking Luke Skywalker at some point.
Very
here.
nice. Oh, that's
it's,
awesome. Ooh, I like
coffee.
that can. That's great.
Yeah,
you know
cool.
what amazes me is like it doesn't amaze me because I mean these are local breweries, but I saw another one today that had some sort of iconography. I mean that is Mars Attacks.
Yes,
that is a Mars Attacks alien right on there. That is a copyright infringement.
Very Mars Attacks. This is also this place is called Three Disciples. They are literally down the road. So
they brew it, right? Exactly. Yeah,
it's
I know.
as
But
local as I could like throw a stone to it. Almost.
But it's interesting because you see those cans and they do turn up in the stores and stuff,
Yes.
and it's just like, it's like the garage that's got Mickey Mouse on the sign.
Or
It's
Mario,
like nobody's
like
really going to say anything
something.
until somebody from Disney drives by and goes, "All right, take that down." Omegang is amazing. This is a really good. Three Philosophers is great.
That's
okay.
a good solid go-to when you're out. Like,
It is, yeah, and I haven't had it in a long time, and I don't think I've ever had it in the smaller bottles. I usually would get like the 32 ounce.
Yeah, I think that's all. I've always had the big
version.
boy.
Yeah. All right, that is the brews. Let's move on to the news here. First up, we've got. Let me get this banner off of here because it's making me nuts.
Yeah,
I'll put that one up. Okay.
I think banner's making you nuts. Let's just put a new banner.
Well,
That's
it's the same. It
also
was the
scrolling.
same banner. It was this is chapterizing for people who are watching this afterwards.
There you go.
So DX. What is this one? 19.
Oh Jesus, I don't know.
19. DX 19. This is the Batman Dark Knight Returns.
Is Maul 18 and 17, or is it 16 and 17?
Yep, we're gonna get into that. Yep, it's Maul and Ahsoka are take up 2.
I didn't know Ahsoka was a DX. All right, we'll get into that later. But okay.
Yeah, well, exactly. So Tom, you said you got this coming. TJ, no?
Yep.
No, it's my least favorite Batman costume.
Really? In terms of all Batmans, or in terms of
all
Nolan Batmans? Okay,
all
so you're
Batman.
just not a Nolan fan.
No, I like the movies. They're
Just not the suit.
it's not the suit.
Okay.
I mean, I get that because, like,
Yeah.
while this isn't my favorite Batman suit, this I need to watch the Batman more before I put a bullet in it. But like this, until that movie was my favorite Batman movie, so I'm getting it more because like this is the Batman from my favorite Batman movie.
Yeah.
And like I had my very first hot toy was the non-DX version of this that came out 8 years ago or something like that. So I was like, this is the perfect upgrade for it.
Well, this technically is from the third movie, and not the Dark Knight. Dark Knight, but
I don't care.
I know,
So too.
and I'm not even sure if they're what the the difference is, and I just have not studied it that much,
Yeah.
and I'm sure they're minimal. Well, who the hell knows? I'm sure somebody knows and will call us out soon. But I mean, I have the DX12, right? That's the other. That's the other one. It's always bugged me. It's never been my favorite for all the reasons that people have said. The cape, the way it fits, the sculpt, the head is a little small, the body's a little small. Still, it's a solid figure, but I don't know. This is good. I'm happy I got this. This sculpt, I think, this sculpt looks great. Really good.
I think it looks great too. I wouldn't actually say that it's like picture perfect Bale, but it looks like a great figure of Bale. Like, you know, you could tell it's a figure, but it looks like a great one of him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I think it's better than the original one. I think it's better than the Armory one. It's really nice. And I've seen different pictures of it, and I think it even looks better than it does here. But yeah, Bale's another one of those faces, man. I guess so. Well, 10 pounds, yeah, I suppose.
Well, I mean, you think about it. He was going because he did. Was it Rises or was it
Rises?
Was that though right after The Machinist, or was it The Dark Knight after The Machinist? Because he went from
I think The Dark Knight
Batman
was
bulky.
after The Machinist. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Like he went from being bulky to like pencil thin to trying to bulk up again. And like within months, it was crazy. His transformation.
That method acting, man, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, it is some bullshit. Agreed.
That's a great shot. You get this keychain with this. I don't know what the hell they're thinking there.
You get a keychain?
Who the hell's taking that out and or using it? Really, I mean, and we're going to get into this. This is kind of goes to what we're talking about in terms of value of these DX figures. I think it looks great. I'm getting the pod. Don't know.
I want to get the pod. I might need to upgrade to get the pod.
Yeah. Really like the faces. I didn't mind. There was one that was that kind of that duck face that he makes on the old one. There is one of those on here too as well. But I thought that I saw a reviewer saying that didn't look too good on the old one. But I thought it looked all right. I don't think I'll ever have this. I don't think I'll ever have this in place. But
that's the smell the wet fart Batman.
That's the duck face one, and I thought the older one looked better than that. But I mean, that is, I think it's combined with these eyes. It's the wrong face to have put on this shot, personally.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. He towers over the old one, and when I say towers, I mean probably about 3/4 of an inch. But Bane now is like like a dwarf next to this version. So I'm wondering if we're going to get a new Bane at some point.
I worry about Hot Toys doing Bane because they're big guys that aren't big guys, like a Venom, where it's like it has to be a unique body, super big. They don't go big enough. Like Drax the Destroyer was not nearly big enough. Like I feel like they find a body that's like, this is good enough, and they just kind of go with it.
Yeah, true enough. Yeah, and there's good bodies out there. There's new. What's the company? What's that?
Phison?
No, not Phison. Maybe it is a Phison. There is a Phison that's huge.
Yeah, I saw some.
But there's a world box too. There's a world box out there too that has like, they're not seamless arms, but they look really good. They're really muscular. They're not double jointed, unfortunately, but it's a really good, huge, like, if you wanted to do a big, bulky, massive Superman, it looks great. I could see that too. But yeah, it's got to be big, and it's got to be tall now at this point. Like he's big, man.
So I guess the thought is that they kind of have to re-release Bane. They should be going through and redoing all of these figures because we got Selena and Batman so far. I'm shocked.
And Two-Face. Two-Face was re-released.
Two-Face, right? Yeah, because Two-Face was the first one I got. Like when they did for the was it the?
Yeah, that was an exclusive. Yeah,
it was a Toy Fair.
I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't get it.
He's great. I love that figure.
I know, it is really good.
But like, I'm shocked they haven't, like, before Queen Arts was even considering or announced that they were doing 1/6. Shocked that we had not seen a Ledger Joker tease by Hot Toys.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if they got scooped.
I think they did.
or if they're still, holding it back at this point. Like, I don't know how much longer I'd be holding it back if you've got it in the works. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it wouldn't be beyond them to tease with a half a shot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And stop people from buying the Queen Studio one and then not actually show you any pictures for another 3 or 4 months at least. So the fact that they're not doing that and even just showing, like they did with Shazam and what's his name from Justice League?
Cyborg.
Cyborg did get released though.
Well, he did get released, but for a while they were just teasing like the chest.
Yeah,
they did the same thing
for
with Shazam.
like years, right?
Shazam never got. Yeah, exactly.
Shazam we still haven't seen. I think
have
they're
not
going
seen.
to retool it for the new one. Even though I like the suit from the first movie better than what I've seen in the second.
Oh, I didn't even see the second one. I don't even know what it looks like. Did they change it drastically?
Yeah, they got rid of. It's not a light up lightning bolt anymore. It's just gold.
No.
Yeah.
That's the. Oh man.
I know. It's like it's subtle, but it's all new. Like they added like little silver bits to like the side. They did the thing where DC like they kind of overcomplicate very simple suits sometimes, and they did it with Shazam a little bit. But
I guess they got new blood there at DC and Warner Brothers, and I think that
shakeups.
I was listening today to John Campea, and he was saying that this guy is like on board with like he kind of like with Disney, like they know that these are flagship characters and they are not using them the way they should be using them.
Well, good. About time someone realized that.
Yeah, they're not just like, hey, yeah, let's make. Oh, what do we got? Batman? Yeah, let's make a Batman movie. It's like, fuck, man, we have all the DC characters. We haven't done a Superman movie for how many years now? You know what I mean?
Swear, whoever was in charge before was going to their 6-year-old kid and was like, "Who's your favorite character?" Like Batman, and he just kept saying Batman. So like, I guess we'll just make another Batman movie because
kids love Batman.
Like, there's so
Give me
many
the Batman.
Like, I know Green Lantern failed, but Green Lantern is like a huge property that if you do it right, you could go so far down that line. There's 4 Earth Green Lanterns. I'm sorry, there's actually like 6 now, and like you could have a whole series. Like it's insane.
Well, they're talking about trying to find, and the debate was whether there even is that person out there to find that Feige-esque person to helm this thing and really control it and oversee it and make sure that it stays on track and doesn't get wacky. And I mean, good luck. I mean, that's
hey, that person
really Marvel is an anomaly, man. I mean, they've got Kathleen Kennedy and nobody really likes what she's been doing with Star Wars. So, and that's like a franchise, despite all those movies making billions of dollars, like that just they don't know what people want. And Marvel, Feige just knows what people want, man.
You can't please the Star Wars fans. We've learned that in the past couple of years, right?
There's a lot of fans you can't please, but yeah, Star Wars fans are probably the worst.
I think they're the top. They are now the new top. I feel because for a while it might have actually been DC for a little bit, like because DC fans were very much like, do we want Snyder? Do we not want Snyder? Do we want this? Do we want that? And I think a lot of it had to do with. Oh, what's up, Mark? I think a little bit of it has to do with the fact that Feige himself is a Marvel fan, and so he wants to really truthfully bring that stuff. And I feel like that's what Warner Brothers is, a corporation run by corporate people, and it needs to find a fan who's also, I guess, amongst their ranks to kind of do that.
That's exactly it. Yeah. I don't know how we got in this tangent, but that's exactly it. It's they looked at it like from a business standpoint, and they're not looking at it from a fan standpoint. And they need to find that person who loves this product, this IP, and all these characters and stuff deeply, like really knows the background of these things. I don't know who that person is, but they got to find that. Anyway, there you go. There's your Batman. Heard some good things about it, although the cape material I heard is still not great and hangs a little weird.
It looks thick.
It's not. It's like a gray. It's not black. That's what bugs me. It's like. And again, this is kind of what we're talking about with DX. It's like, I got to go out now and I got to buy a third-party cape to make this, a really nice-looking Batman. I don't have to. And
I was going to say, do you have to? Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's the thing about it is like this is a key piece. It's a movie I love, or it's from a franchise I love anyway.
Yeah.
I want a good cape. I really want a wired cape. So I'll probably have to get one or two capes, one that hangs and one that doesn't. I don't know. It just, I don't like to have to like even think about like they didn't quite nail it. This is a DX. That's what it's about. You know what I mean? Like
the fact that yet again with this Batman, they came out with another non-wired cape. It's a goddamn shame.
They fixed, I guess they fixed the way it hooks in, and it sits a little bit better. It sits on the shoulders better, but I guess if you futz with it too much, there's like a lip to it so that it kind of folds, and if you pull it out, it's really got to be over his shoulders. It can't be down in front of him. You just can't even do that look. It just doesn't work. So, whatever. All right, moving on. We're gonna get to the big news at the end here, but ThreeZero, another GI Joe figure. And I was just saying before the show, ThreeZero couldn't manage to bring out Game of Thrones figures when anybody really cared about them, or Walking Dead, same thing. But GI Joe, it's like one a week. But I mean, this looks cool. Firefly here. They look good.
Do you think that they have this license for like a specific amount of time, and that's why they're trying to like pump it out as much as possible? Like you have a year.
I mean, why would they though? I mean, this is Hasbro now, so I can't imagine Hasbro's giving him. I mean, maybe like any IP, they're giving him a chance to prove that these will sell. I mean, do they care? They're getting paid either way. I don't know. I don't know.
Think Hasbro cares.
I don't think Hasbro cares either. Everybody has this IP now. Everybody's making GI Joe figures. So
Hasbro's fine competing with itself, I guess. Like seriously, putting stuff to Mezco, which is the same scale as their own 1/12 line. So,
I mean, I think it's smart. I mean,
totally.
Yeah, I mean, you're putting out your products that people love for a certain price point, and those same people will probably gravitate to, a few of them will gravitate to the Mezcos, or even pick up both because they'll intermix them.
I think that's the thing is like you'll get both because you'll get a lot of people who bought in on the Hasbro version and didn't expect another company to do it, and then they're like, "Oh crap! Look at this one! It's amazing! It's like that's my favorite character. I'm going to get that one," and so you'll double dip.
Yeah. Nice. There's nice details on these things. These are really cool looking. I have no GI Joe interest. I had those 12-inch GI Joes. Who the hell put those out years and years ago?
Oh, I don't know.
Cobra Commander and Snake Eyes. They were 12-inch, kind of like Toys R Us or something like that. They were really cool.
Well, Sideshow puts them out too.
Were they Sideshow? No, these weren't Sideshow.
There were at some point.
You're right. Maybe they were. I don't. Yeah, it is TMNT.
Yeah.
It totally is.
Everywhere, everybody's doing it. Although TMNT has cornered that market, I don't think there's a toy company out there that isn't doing a turtle.
I'm making TMNT figures right over here. I'm just like, it hasn't come out yet, but it's coming. Yeah, it's nuts, man. TMNT. Thank God I don't collect that line, man.
I know.
Face is a little odd looking, but I don't know.
Looks like military dude.
We'll see.
I'm surprised they didn't come with like a interchangeable like face area so you can have surprised eyes or something like that.
Yeah. So this is $198, which I mean, good price.
It's actually higher than a lot of ThreeZero stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, $198, but Q4 this year. I mean, 2022. That's the other thing. You'd order Rick or Glenn from Walking Dead, and you wouldn't get it for a year. And then it was disappointing anyway.
I think this
Firefly
would make a good extra background shots.
Yeah, he could. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And wait for it to go on sale.
True enough. All right, Tom, this is all you. Tell us about this. This is
Madara Uchiha.
Uchiha. Okay.
Yeah, Uchiha. He's from the Uchiha clan from Naruto. Rocket Toys is doing 3 specific characters from Naruto, which is crazy because they're starting with not Naruto. Most companies do like fill with Naruto, though ThreeZero is doing Naruto, so maybe they're like, there's enough out there. They're using the names, so I mean, I'm pretty positive these are licensed. They're using the
Yeah,
brand
they
as
must
well.
be, right?
They're gorgeous. They come stacked with stuff. Madara has aluminum alloy armor, like it's actual metal armor. He has like 6 interchangeable eyes that you could swap in. They all have like the purr system, so you can have them look.
Yeah, that's
cool.
nuts. Do I have a picture of that here? I think
You
I
do. It's the very last picture, I think.
Yeah, I've
it's
been
got
putting all
giant
the
weapons.
collected. Like, look at this. This is
It is a
He's ga-
stacked figure, stacked, and they're
So
all
he's
like
got-
this.
the PERS system, but
Yep.
not only is it PERS, you can actually swap out the individual eyeballs.
Because
in
his
there.
jutsu is his eyes. So like each different type of eyes is a different power set that he has.
Nuts.
So and all 3 characters that they've released are like that because they're all basically Kakashi's not, he's a copycat ninja, but like they all have this eye ability. So they're all coming with these like multi sets of eyes. And I'm really intrigued to see how that's going to work in hand because they're not showing a lot of that kind of stuff. You know, they're talking about it. They kind of tell you that it comes with all this stuff and the eyes move and whatnot. And I'm just, whew, I'm excited.
mean,
but
the face is stylized enough so that you're not going to, with a realistic portrait with the PERS, like you've really got to get the eye against that socket, you know what I mean? And really have it look realistic. I think you could get away with a little bit here. There's a little more leeway with sort of an anime look. But so are there 3 head sculpts too?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. So
They
that's why this
all-
is $300. And die-cast armor. Yeah.
They all are 3 head sculpts, multi eyes. I think it's the die-cast armor that is what's bumping this up to 310. Because Kakashi, without shipping, I think is 240. And he comes with 3 heads as well and stuff like that. But they look exactly like the anime come to life. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, this is the best I've seen 1/6 scale.
The hair looks really, really cool. I mean, that's
Yep.
totally that anime look. And it just like with the light on it, you can see all the little detail and it looks really nice, man.
And I'm with Elliot. It is a dangerous line because I don't need Madara, but I really want Madara.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you stop with something like this? Like, again, my only anime is, well, I have a couple, but like the one that you and I like, My Hero, like where would you even stop with 1/6? I mean, 2 or 3 main characters, I guess.
Yeah.
But you'd want them all. Like you just,
I know that's the problem.
So many cool ones.
And like for this, right now, I'm taking this line as I'm getting my favorite character because out of the 3 characters they did, one of them is my favorite character, Kakashi. That's why I pre-ordered that one. I'm like, I'll stop there. Now, if they announce a couple of other figures and one goes perfectly with Madara, like this is more anime bullshit, but the Hokage, the first Hokage of the Hidden Leaf Village, they go with each other in a way where I'm like, that's a perfect bookend for a display. Like,
there you go.
It'd be hard to say no.
Yeah. So cool. So, is there anything down here that gives you the impression that this is the like a studio logo down here or anything like that you see that like
a studio logo? Like, what do you mean?
Well, I mean like something that says this is legit. It's got to be legit. They're using the names. They're using the.
That's the Naruto logo in the bottom right. That is actually the show logo. And I'm thinking because they're saying that and they're giving it a copyright.
I mean, is copyright down there or anything? All rights reserved? Yeah, okay.
It's the copyright for Shippuden, which is what this figure is from. That's what the blue kanji underneath Naruto says is Shippuden.
Do we know anything else about Rocket Toys whatsoever?
They have done other anime figures and they look great, but I don't think any of them have that I have seen. And this is me jumping into this line based on their Naruto offering. I have not seen the other stuff get released yet, so I don't know how they are in hand.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
How long's that been?
They came out right before the Naruto stuff, so not long.
Okay. All right. So it hasn't been a year yet.
No.
All right.
Oh, Jesus. I was joking when we were talking about putting this on the list.
Well, it's out there, man, and like we don't have a hot toy, so
it's out there, all right.
Yeah, it's out there. ThreeZero, which is always a little.
I think they got worse.
Miss and hit, really more miss than hit. Yeah, this is a miss. First of all, this body. What is going on with this body? And second of all, let's take a look at this sculpt. Now this is a one-piece sculpt, right? That's a head and neck, which
head and neck.
that sucks for any kind of Captain America figure.
Oh my god! Wait, who is this?
Yeah.
I think that guy shoved me in a locker when I was a teenager.
Yeah, really. He's got that cauliflower ear or something going on there because he's like, yeah, this is not good. I mean, I don't even know why I brought this in. I just figured we'd talk about it because is Hot Toys going to give us a U.S. agent or not? That's kind of a weird.
That's the thing that gets me about this isn't
Yeah.
even U.S. agent. This is him as Captain America.
Captain America, true enough. Yeah, this is Captain America, yeah. But I mean, I wouldn't want a Captain America with him, a John Walker Captain America. I would want U.S. agent. I would want the black costume. But I don't know if I would pick that up. But I would think that people would pick that up, considering that he's going to go on and do something. Maybe they're holding out for whatever the next.
See, that's the thing. I would pick it up if he shows up again, which he will. Right, he's definitely going to show up again in some kind of like West Coast Avengers or whatever they're setting up. And he has a new shield designed by the government or something like that because, what's the U.S. agent without the shield too? And he's in that property. I would have a hard time not picking it up because U.S. agent is a cool character from the comics.
Yeah, for sure.
But him as
TJ picking this up?
Nope. Nope.
It's a shock.
I can't believe this thing.
That face is like, I don't know who was
both. It looks like the helmet is like made of wax and it's like painted on him. I don't get it.
I got to go back and look at some Toys Era stuff because I'll be honest, there's so many third-party things that I forget who did what, but some of it is good, right? Yeah, right, TJ? Do you have any of these?
Cable, it was Toys Era, wasn't it?
True enough. That was good.
What's up, Joe?
Luke Cage is Toys Era, and that's actually pretty good.
Oh, I have the other Luke Cage. The first one.
Right? Luke Cage was good. Yeah, that's true. That's true too. Yeah.
My Luke Cage is behind me.
That was an excellent figure. That was really, really good.
The head sculpt was great on him. The body, though, looks like it's made of an entirely different Earth species that is all of a sudden like shiny and waxy. But the head sculpt looks great.
Oh, really? I've never seen it up close.
I like that.
Yeah, Elliot. So that is going to be. So we're going to be doing channel memberships at some point, not soon. But you get to do emojis and stuff like that. Totally,
like
Nope.
Twitch.
Nope is going to be that's totally going to be something, man, for sure. Nope.
Let's keep going. I feel
Coors Light and nope.
I have a Coors Light hat. I forgot to wear it today. Next time.
Fuck. All right.
Yes.
Let's get into this.
Yeah, please, because I got real excited when this got announced, and then I saw pictures.
So I did a video earlier in the week just to try to drum up some excitement about this show, but just to talk about some off the top comments. Now I have the DX7, which is it's really nice. The head sculpt isn't perfect by any means. It's really been the weakness of the figure, but it's 10 years old. It came out in 2013, and everything else about it is fantastic. I'm just going to say I've already said my piece on that video, so I'm going to let you guys talk. I think it looks good. What do you guys think?
I'm going to buy it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to buy it. I have the same original DX set.
I'm going to buy it. Yeah, I will say that for sure.
I don't think it's amazing. I just want an updated version.
You have the original.
Yeah.
Yes.
How much of an update do you think these clothes actually are? Like, what do you
I gotta be honest, the stitching doesn't look any different. The tailoring looks different because I think the body is different because they're using different bodies now, obviously.
Right.
And the shoulder, from what I can see, you can see how that kind of, I got a side-by-side here somewhere. Let me go to the, oh shit. Do I not? I thought I did. Somewhere in here I have a side-by-side.
Later.
What's that? Yeah, somewhere in this thing I have a side-by-side. but the shoulders looked a little more tucked under. It was like just kind of an older tailoring style, I think. And the body is wider. So, I mean, in respect to the body, I think the body looks better. It looks more realistic. You know, this head sculpt is the Jedi Luke, the Mandalorian sculpt, and while it looks better with this hairstyle on it, because that hairstyle looked terrible on the Mandalorian one, and it destroyed the sculpt. It is the same sculpt, which isn't quite Luke. See, but that kind of comment there, like, I get it, man. Like, I get it. Like, I trashed that Mandalorian Luke on every chat group that I was in. Not to the point of being annoying, but just like, this is not, you based this on CGI Luke. You didn't base it on Return of the Jedi, which was 5 years before that.
Yeah. Like,
that's all you had to do is 5 years, age him, could have put a little line there or something like that. That's it. It's the same guy. Like, why are you basing it on CGI? But I have to say, in some places, it does look better with this hair.
In some places, it's still, to me, and I told you guys this when they announced it, like, it looked to me like the bad CG Luke. I'm like, this looks like bad CG Luke. Yeah. I really want a Luke Skywalker for my collection, but I've yet to see one that I want to spend money on. Yeah, I know.
And like TJ said, I have the DX7, and the DX7 is very good, and I got an Inigo Gil sculpt that I'm using on my... it was one sculpt that our friend painted, TJ. It came with two different hairstyles. One was the Jedi hairstyle, and one is the Bespin sort of hairstyle, and that looks great. So I hesitate to get this because, well, we'll get into this later with what it comes with, and
you're gonna get it.
The prices. I will probably get the standard version of this. Now, see, I think on the left, not so good. On the right, with the lighting as it is, a
little better on the right.
A little better. This is, I gotta say, probably, in terms of Hot Toys, the closest that they've come to Luke, but it's still not...
That's not Old Man Luke, because they nailed Old Man
Luke. No, true enough. No, yeah, Old Man Luke from The Last Jedi was amazing.
Yeah.
That was amazing. And just to prove this is a newly painted head sculpt, because the debate rages on the groups that this is not the same sculpt. It's not the Mandalorian CGI sculpt. It is the Mandalorian CGI sculpt. Yeah. It's the same sculpt.
All of these new DXs that they're putting out are just repainted versions of older DXs.
And this is what we're going to get into. But like, this looks pretty good here. Gotta say.
That looks good. I will say, like, the very specific angles and whatnot, it does look good.
Very specific angle, very specific lighting.
Yeah.
I think when his eyes are moved out of the center position, it looks better too. I don't know if that's a thing, but there's something around the eyes that just don't work for me. I think it's the depth of the brow or something like that. It's just not quite there. I also think he has like a little bit of a dent on the cheek up on top, and that's not there either. Like there.
I feel like his entire life is flashing before his eyes in this photo.
Yeah.
Something's going on.
Yeah, Hamill and Harrison are the most difficult for sure. Yeah, they've never nailed Harrison Ford.
Don't forget Chewbacca. They have yet to nail Chewbacca, and that you think would be an easy one.
Yeah, that's true. That first Chewbacca was pretty good.
I love that,
but it wasn't. They didn't nail it, and everybody says like Leia was Leia wasn't perfect, but Leia was a very good sculpt. That worked out.
They've done well with Leia.
Yeah, and you're right. And subsequent versions of her have been really, really good. Yeah, Viggo Mortensen for sure.
Yeah, Jesus.
I remedied that with a custom recently, but yeah, nobody nailed that. I am hoping Queen Studio remedies that for everybody soon.
That's the big hope. I mean, I would have added Tom Hiddleston to that list for a while until they finally, just recently started to nail it.
True enough. Yeah, true enough.
But they never got Steve Rogers. Never got Chris Evans either.
No, it's really weird. Like, I mean, they went back with Wenwu and like re-sculpted that thing to make it look. I mean, that's picture perfect, man.
Yeah. I actually thought
He
it was great the
looks-
first time, and now
I
the
did
new one looks
too.
even better.
I
It's
did
amazing.
too. And then they put it side by side, like, oh shit, that is wow.
I actually
Damn.
didn't know what had changed until I saw that side by side. I was like, oh crap, wow, you took a great looking sculpt and made it an incredible looking sculpt.
He did look very young. I mean, okay, Hot Toys is a Hong Kong based company. He is basically the Tom Cruise of China and Hong Kong, you know. So like they've got to nail that for
He
that
also
audience.
He looks at my one complaint.
He looked young in the first sculpt too.
It wasn't even his age thing. He just looks for the main. Okay, he is the villain of that film. Let's be honest. Granted, there's like a little roller coaster of is he the villain or is he not?
Yeah.
He is the villain. He looks very happy and very nice. Like that man looks like I would go out to dinner with him.
He
And that is
did, right?
Not how, that's not how I got from him from the movie.
This is true. Yeah, Mark, I like my Chewbacca too. I like the first one. I modified the Force Awakens one to fix the jaw, which wasn't as hard as I thought it was. But oh, here we go. So here's the side by side. So I mean, the clothing you can see. Look at the shoulder. You can see where they kind of pop that shoulder out a little bit, like it extends beyond the seam. Whereas in the first one, that shoulder, that's an old body. So that shoulder kind of goes in a little bit.
The leather.
You know,
work looks a
overall,
lot
I think the
nicer than
body looks good. I mean, I
Yeah.
think the body looks better. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
I was just saying the accessory, like the belt, the leather work on that belt looks incredible in the new one.
The old one is incredible. The old one's very
Yeah, but
nice.
I mean, like the new one's like tight, and it looks like when you make leather, it's like really solid, right? Like leather goods, like pouches and stuff.
Mhm.
The other one looks a little loose because it's this small a figure. It still looks good, but the new one like looks a little bit like a lot better actually to me.
Really, I okay. What do you think about that, TJ? What do you think about the outfit compared to?
I like it much better. Look at the boots.
Yeah,
Yeah, the boots have a little more
Much
detail. I don't know but the problem with the boots is look at the height of the boots. They're too short.
Eh,
They're too short.
eh.
Yeah,
and you see a photo of the movie as well next to these two.
no, people have looked at them and I've looked at them and they're too short. The original ones were the right height. These are too short, but the detail on the front of them looks a little more accurate, I think. So, I mean, it's negligible, but and I don't think the color here is accurate between the two shots. But
No, it's very
the sculpt. Listen,
personal,
I
very
can't. There's
personal.
no way. Like I've seen people defending this DX7 sculpt, saying that it's not. This isn't even as good as that one. That's bullshit. The DX7 was great for its time. It's the first Luke Skywalker that they ever put out. It's the first Star Wars figure they ever put out. Because Howard Chan, this is the first Kenner figure I guess he ever got, was the Bespin Luke. It's a good sculpt for its time. It was probably great for its time. It doesn't hold up. There's some elements of it that I think that they did get right, which I think is the chin over the new one. But the eyes were always bugged me. They're a little weird. Here's a little comparison.
That's CG Luke. Nightmares, man.
I don't know what it is. I'm not sure that I thought the lighting on the Mandalorian Luke shots was terrible.
They look like
mean-
how he looked on the show, which is terrible.
Yeah,
will
and I
beat that
don't.
drum till I die.
But the lighting, I mean, I guess it's a product of the environment that he was in, I guess. But because believe me, I know what it's like to have to shoot these things and make it look like it's part of the scene. It didn't do it any favors though. Whereas, this one is doing a little bit better with that sculpt. You can see,
Do you think
left
there's
to right.
any chance the Mandalorian Luke is going to change as it goes into production?
I don't know.
Like, I would just like better hair.
the hair is terrible.
It's
What I would love if they would do is to base this on the Boba Fett Luke
oh yeah. Oh.
and give it a hairpiece that's more based on that, which to me looked more like Luke Skywalker would have looked, not with this, supercuts thing going on here. Yeah, I don't know. I'd love to see them upgrade the sculpt. Like, this is the sculpt that you should be working on. You know, Wenwu looked great, and I get it. Like, I know you want to nail that, but like, work on this. Get this right. You know.
Yeah.
But Jedi Luke, Mando Luke has got to be basically moving towards production at this point. So I think we're set in stone with that. So here's my other issue with this. What? Go ahead.
I
Sorry.
was gonna say it's a cool looking base. Is it an old base?
Very cool looking base. Somebody said it looked like a lot like a sideshow base that came out at one point, but this is a brand new base. The base that came with the DX7 was more looked like one of the steps of the stairs.
Oh, okay. Is it the one that came with the Vader?
No.
Anniversary Vader? No.
No, it's pretty unique. I think it's
Because they like reusing bases, so I wouldn't be surprised.
I know they do. That was part of the DX19 too, the Batman. We didn't talk about it, but they didn't really do much with the new base except for make it a little more. They pitted it a little more on the top, but this I don't think the DX7 base was used for anything. It might have been used for a Vader. It could have been. I don't know. This looks really nice. I do like this base. This looks very, very good. Happy with this.
This is the deluxe?
No, this is the standard version.
Oh, okay.
So this is what you get with the standard version. And
Okay.
I talked about in the video I did that, you know, this is one of those things where you're like, they're stretching for things to put into the montage of parts, which is fine. The two hairstyles, yes. The stand, okay. The lightsabers, yes.
has
They kind
boots.
of do that with everything. Look, he's got boots. Oh, a
Look,
belt.
he wears pants. Look at those pants. They're pants, all right.
It's like, come on, man. You're not giving us anything with this. There's nothing that's coming with this. And this is the standard, but this is a standard DX. Now, what's weird about this, and I cannot figure out, although they haven't released what the numbers are, I'm assuming they're going to do what they did with the Ahsoka, that this will be 20 and 21. This will be 20, and then this accessory is the exact same helmet that came with the DX07. The sculpt hasn't changed. It was a great sculpt to begin with.
Yeah.
It's a great piece, but it doesn't reflect the new sculpt or anything like that. So it is what it is. Some people are a little hot about this being included with this because this was the exclusive addition to the DX7. Is the only way you could get it was with the exclusive version. Who gives a shit? I don't care.
It's a re-release. Let's be completely honest. It's a re-release with some updates.
Well,
So
you know
you're
how
in
it
the
goes
same
with the
crowd.
re-releases, man. I like. That's a whole thing we're gonna have to probably talk about at some point. But yeah, I would love to see accessory packs being
Me too.
released. But we've been talking
love
about that for I think 3 years now. So
Yeah, it's not like the
people-
first show we did. We were talking about the three packs.
exactly. So all right. So let's go back to this. This 285. Okay, 285 for the DX. And DX again DX. We're gonna get into it, but what does it mean? You know, I mean,
Nothing.
this is what comes with this aside from PERS, and you could make the argument of the interchangeable hair sculpts. What beyond that makes this a DX? I don't know.
Boots.
285. All right, but 285. We've discussed this before. This is a standard price almost to this point.
Unfortunately, yeah, it's their new standard. Yeah.
Pretty much. Right. What were we saying, TJ?
Boots. I like the boots.
So with the exclusive version of the deluxe, the deluxe version, this is the exclusive for the deluxe version. You get that, and you get this, which is
What the shit is
come
this?
on. So this is one of the standard hexagonal bases
With the stupid
hexagonal,
clip-on like little plastic piece that
with the
that
the
given.
plastic piece on the side and just a
Uh-huh.
printed Dagobah ground cover print. And this doesn't even look good. I don't know what that brick is. I don't know where there's bricks coming from in Dagobah, but this looks like shit. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
I mean,
It really
I don't
does.
want this. I wouldn't want this. If this were the stand that it came with, I probably wouldn't display it with us.
I wish, honestly, they should have come with the piece that Cheer It came with, like the little snap-on piece that he came with. 'Cause he had, like,
Yes.
some ferns growing up, some like trees,
Yes.
some water in it. Yeah.
Well, what I said in the video. Hey, what's up, H Green? What I said in the video is the Endor they looked really nice.
Yeah.
Like I was really happy with those. I don't love these little clip-on things. I've used the Hoth ones or the Star Killer base ones on the Force Awakens things.
Yep.
I use the Endor ones. They look really good. They do take them some room in the detail for wherever you're displaying them, but this doesn't even look good. I mean, like it doesn't blend into the base that you're getting here, and it just looks like shit. And I'm not getting a second figure with this. So with your deluxe,
what Elliot was just saying, he's like,
why? Yes. Well, okay. Yeah. Let's forget about cost. That was 10 years ago. Well, not forget about cost, but we'll talk about that in a minute. That was 10 years ago. But you're giving me 2 bases for 1 figure. I mean, I get it. This figure could be displayed as a Bespin Luke, or it could be displayed as a Dagobah Luke. I get it. But that Dagobah stand is not cutting it for a DX when you've got it next to that nice newly sculpted Bespin stand. Like, give me even the stand that Yoda came on. You know what I mean? Like, modify that, or even just reprint that. Like, I'd take that. Yeah. Okay, that's the other thing. The DX, the original DX7, did not come with a Yoda backpack. There was no Yoda figure at the time, obviously. This should have come with a backpack for Yoda. For either Yoda, or maybe it should come with a little half Yoda that could stick out the top of it, or something like they've given us with Grogu like 17,000 times. What the fuck, man? I don't want this stand. I don't even want that helmet, quite frankly. I mean, the helmet's cool, but again, it was part of the DX7. Maybe it should have stayed part of the DX7. How hard would it have been to give us a backpack?
they just don't want to do it. They don't want to add the value when they feel like they don't have to. As I feel like this will probably sell still, because I've seen a lot of people in the comments saying that they're going to get this one. And I mean,
I'm probably going to get it. I'm probably going to get it.
Well, there you go. That's why Hot Toys doesn't need to do extra.
Well, you know what? What I said, and I would probably stick to this, is I'm going to wait till the Mandalorian sculpt comes out and get it in hand and see what I think about it. If I think, all right, you know what, it looks better than in hand, then I will probably get this. But I have all this. I don't need any of this. I would have bought this if it had the backpack, regardless of what the sculpt looked, because I would have bought it for the backpack. Believe it or not.
I believe it.
It's crazy. It's a
If this
crazy
came with a
miss.
little Yoda in a backpack, I would have gotten it, because I've been waiting for a Luke. So, and I don't know. I hope something happens and someone wows me with a Luke, a 1/6 Luke.
Yeah, it is bare bones. It's ridiculous. And this, hold on to your lunch, as I said in the other video, is $345. This is $345, so $60 more than the standard version. And what you're getting for that $60 is that reused helmet and a shitty base for $60, man. And I get it, you know what I mean? Maybe the helmet is, if you price it all out, that's worth $60, but I don't want that stand. That stand looks like crap. It's a throwaway piece. I would rather have had a backpack and either a Yoda, the tank top, because I don't think there's a tank top underneath this. You can't just take this off and there's a tank top underneath the jacket. It is what it is. So, yeah. I mean, it's really, it's a blessing and a curse, I think. It's just, it was disappointing. When I saw it come out, I was like, oh my God, they did it. Finally. And they didn't put that Return of the Jedi head on it, which they had been showing it with it since 2019 at STCC when we saw it there, when we were there. Crazy. TJ, what do you think? Are you picking this up? You are picking this up?
Yeah, not the DX.
No, me neither.
Nah. Can't wait for 2025 for this. Yes.
That's the other thing. You probably
Q4.
You're not far off, probably. At least Q1 2025.
Wait, is it really 2025?
I think they're saying Q4 20. Let me check. I did write that down. Q4 2023. No, not 2025. Q4 2023. But
okay,
I'm gonna guess.
Say, if you're going 3 years from now,
yeah, I wasn't doing the math.
Okay.
But 2024 is what I was thinking when TJ said that. But yeah, Q1 2024 wouldn't surprise me though. So
Enough time to do better.
Yeah, in arts,
Like-
get Star Wars, please.
Some way, somehow.
exactly. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one, man. I don't know if they're going to pick that up, but boy, that would be great. I mean, now it's just going to be. Here's the problem. They don't like the third parties. They don't like people creating new things. Somebody's going to make a backpack for this, and probably
I know who
if
should
you can
make
get this. Who?
Andy.
Yeah, Andy should. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Although Andy's not like really a seamstress guy. He's like he maybe he puts together a kit or something for it with like a maybe a Yoda that sticks in there or something like that. But I could stick. I think I could stick the Empire Yoda in there. It just might be a little heavy. But yeah, the tank top. I mean, you got to be. Hopefully, this jacket can even come off. I don't know if it's sold in place or not.
You would think that they would show it if that's the case.
Well, I don't know if they'd show it that it could come off, but I don't know how it's attached.
I mean, if there was a tank top, if there was like another look underneath, they would show it.
The DX7 you can get off. I think it has to go over his head though, as far as I remember. It doesn't it's not Velcroed or anything like that in the front. So anyway, so that kind of brought us around to our main topic of this. Go ahead.
There's one thing that I just wanted to quickly point out.
Oh yeah. I forgot. You've got one more. Sorry about that.
This just literally got shown about an hour before we were hopping on for
Breaking
tonight.
news.
And this is a new 1/6 officially licensed Tanjiro from Demon Slayer, and I mean, I don't think it looks all that hot myself, but I'll let other people kind of decide what they think. He looks a little bit older. I don't know about the material that they're using for the Haori, his jacket. It's kind of a weird material. He does come with Nezuko's box, it looks like. This is actually posted by Aniplex, the people who put out the anime. This is actually a licensed figure, so there's no other information out there that I saw that this is just being shown at a festival this weekend over in Japan, and they showed these 3 pics. So
I gotta ask you a question.
Yeah.
What the hell makes this look older?
You know what it is his expression. So first off, his face. Tanjiro is a young, kind of wide-eyed, like he's a child in a sense. He has a very rounded face, so the jawline here is a little more rigid and stern. And so it kind of looks like he's aged up a little bit.
So comparatively to the anime, gotcha.
Comparatively to the anime, comparatively to the figures that Aniplex has also put out in 1/12 scale, comparatively to any of the figures that have come out, statues, same thing. It just looks like another version of this character, like a different, like a future take on him. The clothing looks good outside of the jacket, but other than that, I don't know. It's an interesting look. It was a surprise to me because someone's out there. Yeah. I forget who's doing unlicensed versions, but there's unlicensed versions of both Rengoku and Gyu, and those look really good. And then when they showed this as an officially licensed, I was like, ooh, they kind of dropped the ball a little bit. Yes, it's Soso that's doing the Rengoku and Gyu. Yeah, I agree. A lot better, Elliot. A lot better. So I don't know. I was hoping for more if this is going to be licensed. This is a surprise. I had no idea they were going to do anything 1/6 in general.
Is that about this?
I don't know, to be honest.
Angel, I'm not really sure if you're going back to Luke or not. I'm not really sure. Just going back to that, yeah. The Snowspeeder Luke is the Jedi sculpt, though, I believe. Too.
Yeah,
that's the same sculpt, right? Which is marginally okay. All right, cool. How much is this? Do you know what that was?
No, we literally know nothing. They just show some pictures and are like, hey, look what's on display this weekend.
And who is the company?
Aniplex, who's the people that put out the anime. They also do a 1/12 scale. Aniplex does Buzz Mod. This is I'm assuming, this is all assumption. There's nothing tagged or anything like that, that they're doing like Buzz Mod. They're doing a 1/6 scale. Perfect. Oh, yeah. Yes. I forgot I said that.
Okay. Now I understand. Now I get it. So the company that puts out the anime is doing the figure?
Yeah, they do a great line of 1/12 scale figures.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
it looks like they also did a video game. Like the company that's doing the anime is doing great stuff outside of the anime, and it's great to see them kind of getting into the stuff themselves instead of licensing it out.
Yeah,
but
that's
if
pretty
it's
cool.
1/6 and this is their offering, and yet a competitor is doing unlicensed better, maybe license it out to that competitor.
Maybe the part that out. Yeah. Gotcha.
That's
All right. So our main topic for tonight kind of rides off the Luke Skywalker DX and the Batman DX, quite frankly, which also didn't come with a ton of stuff. You get the faceplates, you get at least that had like the light up eyes, one sculpt, regular Purr's eyes, which as far as I can tell is the only common denominator between all of these is Purr's. That's my take on it.
That used to be in my mind what DX
Elliot's pronouncement earlier. It's the tuft. It is the Purr's eyes. I mean, I believe every one of them has Purr's. But how can that just be? That's what DX means. Because I happen to have right here. So Katano with Purr's. That is not a DX.
I have Alita in this case right here with Purr's,
not a DX.
I have
not a DX.
Hulk. I have two different Hulks. Both have
Hulks.
Purr's.
Me too. Yep, not a DX. So, we'll just do a little history here, just really quick. I just kind of like wanted to go through these things, and so this is the DX01. This is the first Dark Knight Joker. 2009. This came out. 2009. $150.
13 years,
granted,
$150. That's great for $150.
Right. Purr's eye system. You got two outfits. You got the police outfit, two sculpts. The makeup and the non-makeup, whichever which is which. Guns. This is everything you got with it. $150. Insane. I mean, okay, but 2009. Understood.
World was different back then.
World was different. Economy was different. Money was different. Economies of scale. Whatever. DX2. Dark Knight Batman, 2009, $195 with Purr's. And the backpack, which everybody who's reviewed this so far has said, now this is the Dark Knight, not the Dark Knight Rises, but that backpack would have been a nice accessory to have with the new DX19.
Totally.
Yeah. I mean, this didn't come with a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
But you got the two head sculpts, and again, $195. So, I mean, this is the thing. Like as I was going through these things, there really isn't a common denominator. In my mind, it was like you get a ton of accessories with the DXs, and you generally get a couple head sculpts, and you get Purr's. But not all of these have a lot of accessories. So,
well, if you compare this Batman with the one that I have, which is the non-DX version, around the same time that this one came out, it's one head, no interchangeable anything, a couple hands and some batarangs, and a gun, like this little grapple gun.
Right.
So you are getting a lot more with this, and the Purr's system back then was the big draw for DX.
For the time, exactly, right. Yeah, exactly. And this is, this is a lot of sculpting. I mean, this is different from a lot of things that came out at the time, I think.
Oh, nothing was like this back then.
Yeah. So that's the DX2, DX3.
Incredible.
Michael Jackson again. Not quite two outfits. You could swap out the shirt and the overshirt there for the bad. I think that was the bad video look with the white shirt.
I think you're right.
2010. This one went for like $160 to $180. Oop, I guess that's all I got from Michael Jackson. That same DX stand, which at the time, and this is another weird thing. So you're still getting these, even with the new DX19 Batman, you get that little stair step thing. They changed the top step of it to make it a little more beat up and pockmarked and stuff like that. But the rest of it is pretty much the same. The Batman logo is scarred into there. It's painted differently. There's no metal plate that says The Dark Knight. It's just a plastic plate that says Batman or whatever. And then you've still got the two little lights that you can see in this, in this stand here that used to actually light up. Like you
Wait,
used
the
to
new
be
one
able to
doesn't
put
light
them-
up?
The new ones do not light up. They don't.
What's the
there's
point of
no-
them then?
But they keep the little clear things in them, and it's like just either close those up, like put some plugs in them. There's no battery compartment anymore on the bottom of it, so you bothered to change that. How hard is it to just change it so that those things aren't there anymore? It's ridiculous. Really, really weird. I mean, I get it. It's another mold, but come on, you're Hot Toys. I mean, you're using this thing over and over and over again. At this point, change it for God's
You
sake.
charge the prices that show that you should be changing and updating the things to
This
make it
is
the
the
best,
DX.
the
conundrum.
best you can. Yeah.
Correct. This is great. Figure that I kind of wish I had. 2010, $219. This came with 2 bodies, I believe.
They come with the Enter the Dragon look.
With the
With the,
exclusive came with a completely new body, because this had to be, he had to take the shirt off on one of the looks. So
That's what-
2 bodies with the exclusive. You got 1 body with the standard version, which was, I don't know, I think the 219 was for the exclusive. I think that was 220. Purrs, deco stand, 2 sculpts, 2 outfits. All these
a lot more
hands.
accessories.
Hell of a lot of accessories. Plus this nice little, background for the stand, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, damn.
And that body, that's it. I don't think they used that body for anything else. I mean, I think that was it. It's Bruce Lee. $220. 2 of those bodies. 2 figures. DX. That's a DX. That's a DX.
That's a DX. Yes, agreed.
Yeah, exactly. Anybody have these? TJ, you got any of
No.
these so far?
No.
None of these, right? Yeah, me neither.
There's someone coming up next.
Yep. DX05, Indiana Jones, which, they never really nailed this sculpt. I've seen this up close. I mean, again, TJ and I are going to be a little biased because we've got like custom clothing sets for these things, which are really nicely stitched. And this is older. This is
2011.
2011. Yep. This was like 235, 250, somewhere in there. But again, okay, we won't quibble about the sculpt. 2 outfits. Okay, this is pretty basic, but at least you had 2 different looks. All this shit, you got the stand, you got the idol, you got the hat, you got the whip, you got the
pedestal
staff,
for
you
the
got
idol is incredible.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at buying that for like $100 at this point because I really want one and I don't have it. That's a lot of stuff. 2 different backgrounds. Okay, it's a cardboard background or whatever, but it's a nice stand.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff for $235. Starting to creep up now from 2010, 2009 to $235, $250. But 2 sets of clothing, the regular clothing, 2 hair sculpts. So you got 2 hair sculpts, one that you could put the hat on and one you could take the hat off.
You have that chintzy old stand too for the figure. One that you used to use for everything.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But what is this? Wait a minute, didn't they have? Oh no, I guess yeah.
They had the big triangle or trapezoidal shape.
You're
up
right.
in the upper right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you're talking about this that he's actually standing on right there. Yeah,
I'm talking about the one he's actually standing on.
Yeah. Exactly. With the little plate that you could like.
How many of those plates do you have? Just like
Indiana
snap off
Jones. Oh yeah, I don't even put those on. All right, DX6. Jack Sparrow, which for its time, 2011, $215, 2 sculpts, Purrs, of course, tons of stuff you got with this thing. You got a ship's wheel. The newer version of this is incredible.
Oh, it's nuts.
Yep.
But this is incredible for its time, I think, for 2011. I mean, when you look
That's what
back at
they
sculpts
cast-
that were coming out at the time, this is an incredible sculpt.
Yeah, it was the Heath Ledger Jack Sparrow. It looks great.
It looks good.
Sure. For the time
But you
it
got
did
that
look
ship's wheel,
Yeah.
it's really good. 250. You think this looks like Heath Ledger?
a little bit to me. Yeah.
Come on, that's really good, man.
Compared to what they did on the most
Oh no,
recent
there's
update
no
on this,
touching that. That's nuts.
Okay.
That thing is nuts.
that thing is lifelike as I've ever seen. The new
Yeah,
one.
a different movie, different look for him too.
Yeah.
But I mean, the wheel, the hands. I think I don't even have it here, but he came with like tons of guns and things like that.
That
And
wheel
this went
was-
down from Indiana Jones to 215, 220 for this one. Again, lots of great shit. DX7, we've been talking all about this. Incredible set. Again, these sculpts don't quite stand up to today's standards. I've never thought they were perfect, but I thought they were good stand-in sculpts. They were like fine.
Yeah.
Always thought this one looked better than the other one, the damaged one. There's your
There
helmet,
it is.
right?
Look at that. Oh my god. You don't get that on the new one, huh? The giant
What?
like display piece that's in the background.
Oh no! No. So this Bespin Luke in 2012. This was $300. 2 full figures, 2 sculpts. The second figure was the clothing was torn and ripped and damaged and dirty. His face had scars, both with purrs. The helmet was the exclusive piece, so that might have been. I think the 300 was the exclusive, but I'm not sure. It might have been a little bit more. But then you got the weather vane from Bespin that you could actually hang him upside down on, and
Yeah, that's
came
the
with
thing.
lights. The lights would blink just like they did in there. Plus that's the Bespin stand that they had at the time, and yes, one of the standard shitty stands that who cares about. But $300 for this thing. I think I paid $450 like 3 or 4 years after this came out. I think. Fucking great set. Fantastic. Yeah, TJ, what do you? I mean, you love this. I mean, you still love this, right? I mean, it's still
Yeah,
great.
no, they're great. I can't photograph them as well as you do, but it's a fantastic set.
I'm sure you can.
The face, the sculpt, it really does not hold up. That's my biggest problem.
It's tricky. Under the right light, you can get it right, and yeah, you don't want to get in too close because they're not perfect. It's not perfect. It's not a great. And people comparing this sculpt to the new sculpt. Yes, you were correct. That is a better sculpt now. It's still for the time should
For
be better. than it is.
2011, this was just out of this world.
Yeah.
Nuts.
I still think that this is a good sculpt in the same way that I think the new one is a good sculpt. The new one's a little bit better, but neither are perfect. So
Correct. I think they got the jawline better on this one. I just think the eyes on these have always felt like very puffy to me, but that might have been early purrs too. You know what I mean? Like,
are
just
they
trying to hit
missing
those-
his scar on this sculpt?
which scar?
The scar from his car accident.
On the nose?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, nothing's ever done that. They've never had that on anything.
But they even like work that into the story of the freaking movie. Like, why wouldn't you?
That and look at the straightness of his nose. His nose is not that straight.
No,
That's
it's
the
not.
thing, and it's the same way in the new sculpt too, which it kills me. Like you can literally, and Tom, you know this because you work in this industry. Like you can take a 2D photograph now and turn it into a 3D model with the right software. You know
Oh,
what I
yeah.
mean? And modify that to the point where you could get. I don't understand how they can't get Mark Hamill at this point. Like you've got tons of reference for Mark Hamill at this time in this movie. It's crazy. Yeah. Anyway, DX7. DX8 was
Still amazing. This figure holds up. Like
still great.
nobody's missing.
I'm working on a custom of this 2013 265, one sculpt, one full outfit, bunch of accessories. Now I went and bought the accessories on the secondary market because I'm getting a custom outfit for this and probably a custom sculpt too. This is expensive now. I mean, it's not cheap to get. It's a great sculpt. I mean, it's a great figure.
Yeah.
Great
This
figure.
is one I wish they would re-release because I would probably
Same.
jump on this.
Same. Yep. 265. So this was, I mean, okay, 265. This was 2013. So we're $20 more for the standard Bespin Luke now at 285, which
Okay, that's not that bad then. if you think
yeah,
about it.
I mean, this is what as I was going through this, I'm like,
but I
but
think
again,
Jack
what is a
Nicholson's
DX?
prices-
like
Jack
what is a
Nicholson's price is
DX?
up though, isn't it? Doesn't he
Say
cost
again?
more? Doesn't Jack Nicholson's likeness rights cost more?
That's what I think is the
Okay.
cost here. Exactly right. Jack Nicholson is notoriously expensive to get anything done with. Hard to, as far as I've heard, hard to get the rights to it. And if you do get them, they're not going to be cheap. So that could have explained a lot.
There is another Hot Toys Nicholson Joker. It's him as the mime, which
That
is
is
great
another
looking as well.
DX.
Yeah.
That is
Oh, we're
another
gonna get to
DX.
that. Okay,
Yeah, yeah. So DX8, Keaton Batman.
still a great one. You have that, don't you, TJ?
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
You just got it recently, I think, right?
I got it like a year ago.
Yeah, that's
Love it.
recent enough.
Love it.
Yeah. No, I like it a lot. I wish it was more posable, but it looks fantastic.
I mean, he
Yeah,
couldn't
I
move
mean-
in that suit anyway, so it was the most accurate you've ever gotten.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, yeah. This is a museum pose figure for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is what you got with Keaton Batman. I mean,
It looks like a wired cape, though.
is it a wired cape?
I mean, it looks like it is. I don't know. TJ, was it a wired
nope.
cape?
No.
Oh,
No wired cape.
damn.
Yeah, 3 faceplates, purrs, and a newly developed body. That's all you got for 265, I believe. What am I? I didn't have a price on that one. That might have been less. Actually, I didn't have the price for some reason on that one. I can't imagine it was much less than Joker though. So I mean, again, what the hell does it mean? You know what I mean? Like, really, what does it mean? Is
Still
it the
to this
property?
At this point, Purse. Still to
Purse.
this point. It was until Purse started creeping its way into the regular releases. I think it really was Purse. for the
At
most
that
part.
time, it absolutely was PERS. This is the only thing you got PERS on. Yeah, exactly. Terminator 2, 2013, $210. Basically, a light up base, man. That's like this sculpt, not so great.
No, they've done better since.
PERS, and this is what it came with. That's everything you got right there, and
That's their new
is
base style. Like
nothing to
they're
write
still
home
using
about.
today.
This probably was the first time they used that hexagonal base there. Yeah. So what did I say that was? 219. I didn't have a price on that. Why didn't I have a price on that? I don't know. Didn't get a price on that. Sorry. I mean, still a decent. You get the bag there. They didn't show that in the last one. I mean, it's a good amount of accessories, but this is nothing to like. This is like nothing like you wouldn't expect in a.
My John Wick came with like
Better than
3
average.
times the amount of weaponry and accessories than this one. Came
Right.
with.
Exactly. Exactly. So again, PERS. I mean, what else is it? Joker 2.0 was the.
The Grail of Jokers for the longest time.
Is this right? No, I think I've got something wrong here. The DX14. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm off. The TDK Joker. 2013, 275. 2 sculpts, PERS, table chair. Now this is the one I got. So this did come with a ton of shit.
Yes.
That table chair and lamp to this day are fantastic accessories to just have.
Yep.
The
The money, the cards.
The money, the cards, the guns, the knives, the pencil, the handcuffs, everything. Tons of shit, and it's a great figure. Layers of clothing, 2 sculpts. You know, this was $275 in 2013.
This is right when I
we're
got
only
into
$10 less than Luke. But this is a lot more than what you're getting with Luke at this point. So
Agreed. This was right when I got into Hot Toys too, and I remember
Yeah.
thinking like, "Oh, maybe I will get this Joker." And I saw the price point, and back then I was like, "Whew, too rich for my blood. I can't do it." These days, I'd be kicking
That's
myself.
exactly what I said.
How much I just spend $1,000
exactly
on
what
a
I said,
fucking
yeah.
Joker? Come on, please.
I got a good deal on both of these from a guy. I mean, the boxes were for shit. I mean, he really I don't know what the hell he did with these boxes, but figures were in great shape. Everything else was fine. But so I mean, I probably got him for about this much or a little bit more like years later. But yeah, at the time, I agree, man. That's when I was getting into this shit, and I was like, whoa, $300, man. Holy shit. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
TJ, do you have this one?
No.
Okay. But you are getting the in-art one.
No, I passed. Like I woke up that morning and like I had no desire to get it.
Well, you still have time. You didn't apparently have to get it in 3 days. So.
No, that's okay. That's a whole topic for another time. But
I know.
Yeah.
Everybody's been talking about that one, but whatever. You're just not you're not a Nolan fan. You're just not a fan of the Nolan Batman, really.
No, I like the movies, just not enough to collect the figures. Although, like
Okay.
the in-art Joker just looks like it would be a fantastic piece to own and shoot.
Yeah.
Well, I may have an extra one for you if you need.
yeah, no, I got an extra body. Let's talk.
Okay.
All right, and then we got DX12 following on the heels of it, 2013, $260, two sculpts plus the faceplates, moderate accessories. You got that purse lip thing, and the light up base, and not quite as good a sculpt as we got today.
And this is the one that, well, you said not a good sculpt. I thought this is the same sculpt as the one that we got released. It's just repainted now, right?
No, it's a different sculpt.
Oh, it's a whole new sculpt. Okay.
Yeah, it's a different sculpt. Yeah, it's bigger. It's actually a bigger head. It's a bigger body. The new one's on a bigger body, and both the sculpts are bigger.
Got it.
I don't think it's just an upsized sculpt. It's different, definitely. It came with a good amount of stuff, I guess. The light.
It looks like a
base.
standard Hot Toys release today.
Yeah, I mean, look at the hands. Not a ton of hands.
Yeah.
I mean, seven hands. A couple guns. That was the other thing somebody said about the DX19. It would have been nice if the batarangs were like metal. You know what I mean? That would have been a nice
Well, it would have been
touch,
nice.
but they're still plastic. Okay, so that's DX12, DX13, Terminator 2, Judgment Day.
This one looks great.
Yeah, the thing that's like flaking in everybody's display these days because it was already torn.
I got to shoot that thing not too long ago. It was
Oh, did you
awesome.
really? Did
Yeah.
you really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
I posted it like 3 years ago. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you said a little while ago. Okay.
I thought, well, not too long ago. I don't like to think of 3 years as being that long ago.
Well, no, but I'm like, it's not top of mind in terms of remembering one of your shots.
No,
Like, I
no,
just
no,
know,
no.
like, wait, that was a couple weeks ago. I don't remember see Tom shooting. I don't have the price of this one. 2 sculpts, battle damaged. The T1000, like that just
That's like
came
getting
with
a
it.
second figure.
And you got like the 2 heads, like you could swap out the head, like the molded one and the sort of coming into shape one.
Rad.
Fucking crazy, man. This is a D again. This is DX.
Yep.
This is fucking DX.
This
right
is
here.
DX.
This is DX. Yeah, great.
They should really. I know this doesn't come with it, but they should really like when they show a picture like this, that little glass cube or plastic cube that the head sculpt is on. It should come with that.
Yeah, see, that's a problem. Like I shoot like the Mythic Legions things, and I have like the NECA stands, or sometimes I use like something else, and like people are, oh, does it come with that?
Yeah.
Like no, no. No, I
But
mean
this
with
is a
1.6,
DX.
you kind of want to display. It is a
Yeah.
DX. The DX should come with the stand. That's true.
Anything I see in this photo, that black backdrop, put it in the DX. Let's do it.
And then here you go. Here's your mime version of the Joker. This was the 2013 $230. This came with, well, no pun intended, Jack. There was really nothing here.
It
This
looks good though.
Looks really good. I never felt the need to have this.
No.
As
I see it for sale sometimes, and I'm like, I contemplate it, but I'm like, it's so monochrome.
I've done the same. Yeah, I don't have the other one, so I feel like I don't don't need this. This is almost like you have to have this in addition to the
Yes, I agree.
original. But basically, it came with like 3 of those pens, and somebody said, like in an old review, like, why?
Because
Really
the
only
feathers
saw-
are bent slightly differently.
like really only saw 1 in the scene, and like, what do we got? 4, 6 hands. That's it, man. That's all. This is what you're getting right here for. That was $230 in 2013.
There.
And then this thing, which I still regret to this day not getting, and I've seen it for sale, and I've still thought about picking it up.
So good.
$265.
If I liked this movie series, I would pick this up in a heartbeat.
Thank you. Exactly. I just don't love the movie series. I mean, it was enjoyable, just not something that I would really rewatch anytime soon. And he annoys me a little bit, but like, this is an incredible figure.
That looks like it's him captured in tiny form. It's amazing.
When this came out, and I don't know if Elliot shot this. I don't know if anybody in the chat here had this. I think Bree might have had this. I remember seeing pictures, man. I was just like, I had no interest in this whatsoever, and I started seeing pictures. I'm like, oh my god, this thing is it's incredible.
Yeah, it's nuts.
$265. A lot of accessories with it. Like, look at all this shit you got. I mean, all right, they're stretching it a little bit.
The base alone is incredible.
But that's the thing. The base was a unique base. You got the little ship in the bottle, which is cool. You got some bottles. You got the sword. I mean, really, yeah. I mean, what's that second level? They're showing his braids or something. Like, it's okay. But Purr's 2 head sculpts, the smirking head sculpt, the stoic head sculpt. This is a $265 figure. This is a DX, man. This is DX.
Cheaper than a modern day standard figure with like 4 hands and that's it.
Right.
Like, and you get this.
Right. Which just goes to show you it's all over the place. The one previous to this had nothing. Nothing. Okay, granted,
It was Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's it. It's the Jack Nicholson tax.
It's the Nicholson tax. It's the Jack tax.
My first DX is this one.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is DX 16 and 17. $285 for this with this one, for the basic one with just the Sith droid. I think it came with the droid.
Yeah.
And then $405 for the speeder. But
The one I got.
that is a vehicle. I mean, this is $265 for this. Pretty good. This is like
Amazing. For $265, I love this figure so much.
It is a great looking figure. And you got the 2 head sculpts. 2 head sculpts with an open mouth, which is also very much tougher to paint and things like that. You got
And
the
both have
droid, you
purrs?
got the hologram. Yeah. I mean, talk about it. You got it, so you love it.
Yeah,
TJ, you had
I
this
love it. You get the multiple versions of the saber. You get it broken in half. You get it all together. You get the blades. You get the 2 heads, both with purrs. I have the vehicle version, so I have the vehicle as well. The droid. It's undeniable how I felt the $405 was money well spent when this came in.
You got the speeder version.
Oh
Okay. Yeah. I considered this. I was really happy and still am with the sideshow, except for the shitty body, which someday I will swap out, but I don't really care right now. And I went and bought the robe from the old sideshow for dirt cheap.
Yep.
So it was a complete mall to me. But I do often regret this. In fact, I think Kevin from Toying Around was selling one of these a while ago, and I missed out on buying it from him. Somebody else got it, and I'm kind of regretting that.
When I was resetting up all of my display cases after the 18th time I moved since getting this figure, that's one of those figures that every time when I put it in my display case, this doesn't happen a lot, but I'm reminded of why I got it the second I take it out. And I'm like, this just looks and feels
well. The
great.
shots you did with it, the shots that other people did with it, it's a great looking sculpt. And I mean, you get the 2 sculpts, which is incredible with purrs, and they both look great. And I'm gonna have to pick this up. TJ, did you get this? You got this, right?
I got it. I think
Did you get the four? No, you didn't get the.
no, because at the time I was like, I'll never have anywhere to put this speeder.
That was my thought too. But I mean, think about this. All right, so this was what year was this? This was not too long ago. This was
No, it was a couple of years ago.
2019.
I want to say 19.
It was just a little while ago, Trevor. Come on.
Yeah, like a couple months ago. That's for 405. I mean, now you're looking at this. Now compare this. Compare this, what we're looking at here, with Luke from Bespin Luke for $345.
Yeah.
$50 less. You don't get two sculpts. You get one sculpt and two hair pieces. You don't get a vehicle of any kind with light up features, apparently.
You technically get a second character if you think of the droid as a second character, really. That would be the Yoda if they put a Yoda in a backpack for
True. True. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's that's $55-$60 more, right? That's $60 more than this.
Which is what the difference between the regular Luke and the Luke with the two extra accessories cost.
Correct. Right. It still doesn't work out for me math wise.
No.
$60 for everything you get here on top of. Yeah, I don't know. I think that Bespin Luke should be in the $320 range. I think that's what I'm coming to.
Was this a DX?
This was a DX. This is DX 18.
I didn't know this was a DX. That's crazy. Okay.
Solo DX. Yeah, $275. This one was a bit of a stretch again for a DX. PERS, obviously. You got that little chair, which is really
the chair's cool.
Stool. I mean, his legs were a new sculpt. Obviously, you can't just
the
sculpt hide that.
Sculpt too.
Get away with it. Well, the sculpt itself, sure, yeah. Well, yeah. Okay, that's a good point too. It wasn't the Maul sculpt that they just used. I mean, this was from Solo,
they aged him up. It's all brand new.
Right. Which this was as well. I mean, this is a brand new sculpt.
Yep.
Again, we're getting that Luke Bespin. It's not a brand new sculpt. It's a reused sculpt. I think the price point on this was good. I kept telling people to get this, and I didn't get it myself.
I thought you did get this.
No,
I'm kicking myself. I didn't. I'll be honest.
I'm kicking myself. I didn't too, because I know this is coming back around.
Yeah.
In some form or fashion, and this is going to be a figure that people are going to like. It's going to be a low seller, and people are going to want this one.
I feel like if I could throw a bold prediction out there,
yep,
a Kazian series, maybe we'll see a Maul.
True enough. Yep, true enough. Or, I mean, yeah. I mean,
there's rumors that he pops up in Solo, or not Solo, Obi-Wan Kenobi, but that shouldn't happen because we've gotten his end. But
yeah, and it was a different Maul. Well, it was this Maul, but nah. I mean, not that it was a different Maul, but I'm just trying to think of the configurations of Mauls that have been, through the years. Yeah, I mean, $275. I don't know. Still pretty good.
$10 cheaper than a standard figure these days.
Still pretty good with the holograms. Yeah. So,
I did not know she was a DX. I have this one on pre-order, and I did not know she was a DX.
Yeah, I've screwed this up in my. Oh, here we go. 220. Now why is 219? Okay, so 219. I didn't put DX19. Sorry, DX19 in because that was Batman. We talked about that earlier. That was the Dark Knight Rises Batman. So DX20 and 21 are Ahsoka Tano and Ahsoka Tano with Grogu.
Yep.
Which were. I guess 315 was with Grogu. PERS, great looking figure. Again, this is the standard version. Oop, I guess I didn't have the deluxe version, but the deluxe version comes with Grogu.
And something else too, because I have the deluxe one on pre-order, and I think she comes with like some of the set of them sitting around the the fire
Yeah, I don't know why I don't have the deluxe in here. I thought I pulled it. I may have screwed that up. But yeah, there's some other stuff that she comes with. Grogu, some of the like the coffee stuff. The stand is more unique on that one too. There's a unique stand on that one that's got kind of a gravelly base on it or something like that. I don't know why I didn't grab that. Yeah, so $315 for that. Again, $345 for Luke. You know, you get Grogu with this. Give me Yoda. Give me half a Yoda. Half a Yoda that sits in a bag, man. That's all I want.
Give me Bag Yoda.
Bag Yoda. DX, okay. DX 21. No, sorry, DX 22 and 23. The Luke Skywalker Mandalorian.
I really didn't know these were DXs either.
Yeah,
Wow,
285 and 330 for the standard and exclusive versions. The Dark Trooper bust, I believe, is the exclusive. Or is it Grogu? No, I think it's the Dark Trooper. This is the deluxe version.
Wow, what is that cardboard paper craft set you're getting with this?
Yeah, that's the elevator. I mean, that's not unusual in terms of some of these DXs, but I mean, I gotta say, okay, so this is what the deluxe is $330. Okay, now let's take a look at this compared to Bespin Luke. You're getting a bust of Dark Trooper, which I'm assuming is life size. You know what I mean? Like compared to the Dark Trooper that you can buy, I would hope anyway. You know, the special edition bonus obviously is the sideshow thing. A Grogu, okay. How many more Grogus can we have? But you know, you do get the Grogu. Like other than that, there's everything else is pretty much on par with what you're getting with the Bespin Luke. The lightsabers, the hands, the basic stand. You know, the Bespin Luke has a little bit nicer stand, I guess, I suppose. Two of them, you know, one nice, one not so nice, and a helmet. And that's $15 more than this, you know? Why? I don't get it. Don't get it.
Grogu equals DX. I like that.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. That's the answer.
Grogu and Tufts. That's what makes a DX.
There you go. Thanks for coming to the show. Glad we can answer that for you. And purrs. That's pretty much it.
Well, no, because once again, we've established you don't need it to be a DX to come with purrs.
You don't need it to be a DX to come with purrs. Yeah, so I don't know. I would really love an explanation for them as to what that means, or whether it's just something they just slap onto a random figure, that they feel is going to be hot, important, well received, really wanted, and it's a reason to slap an extra $20 on it. I don't know.
Is this Luke the last DX before the new Luke? So is it two Lukes and wow,
2 Lukes in a row, right? Yeah.
So 4 DX in like a chunk are all Lukes.
Yep. Which is interesting. Like you'd think that they, again, like I'm leaning towards we're not going to see another Heath Ledger Joker.
You might be right.
Those are generally every time that they've come out, they're back-to-back DXs, and there's no way that if they do another Heath Ledger Joker, it's not going to be a DX.
Maybe they went back. Maybe they had it planned, and they went back to work on it after Queen Studios announced that they were doing one. I don't know.
What does that mean? Pilot suit. There's Hoth, Luke.
Oh, I think he's just talking about all the different Lukes, perhaps.
Oh, the different Lukes. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I wouldn't hold my breath for a Hot Toys Heath Ledger Joker at this point.
I would have thought it would have been until they started putting purrs and everything, or not everything, which that should become like a new thing for Hot Toys, putting purrs and everything, because they do put in quite a number of things now. It was to me always purrs, a lot of extra accessories, which clearly from going through this history, that hasn't always been the case, right? Because that Mime Joker, definitely not a DX in that regard.
It's random. It's totally random as to
it really is.
Yeah.
But like,
I mean,
we talked about this a little bit. It's like DX from other toy companies is just an abbreviation of deluxe.
deluxe,
And yet Hot Toys has figures that they're like, this is the deluxe edition Star-Lord, right?
but it's
He comes
not
with
a
an extra
DX.
coat, he comes with this, he comes with that. Like,
Right.
and yet that's not what this is. Like, these aren't deluxes. And yet Hot Toys has collector's edition, DX edition, deluxe edition, special edition. Like, their naming conventions don't mean squat when you compare it with each other.
And I don't have the mime Joker, but the other thing about DX, which is a stupid reason for it to be more money or even nation of DX, is special packaging. You know what I mean? The DXs that I have gotten have had special packaging.
Yeah.
Either it's a slip case
With,
or
like,
it's
the
a flip
foam
lid.
thing, right?
And it's layered foam as opposed to being plastic. But I don't care. You know what I mean?
It's nice when you open the figure. It's nice when you
Sure.
repack it and then reopen it again. But outside of that, you're never thinking about it again. So nothing makes it special when it's on your display.
I thought it just needs a new branding team.
It's true.
Remake DX. Yeah, it's weird. I would really love to see a reasoning behind this and what the hell it means. Because I don't, besides PERS, I don't really understand what it means. And PERS, as we've said, isn't exclusive to DX, so
No.
it's not the reason for DX or the thing that separates DX from anything else. Don't really know. I'd love to know. Sorry we couldn't answer the question tonight, but this is everything. Going through this was interesting, though, when I was putting this together, just seeing some of the from Bruce Lee, where you've got two bodies.
Yeah.
And let's put that forward in money from whenever that was, 2011, 12, whatever the hell it was, to today's money. Maybe that would be in the 400 range or the 420 range or something like that. But still, that's two bodies. Two sculpts, two outfits, and now we're getting Bespin Luke with it's one figure with two bases. Like, I don't want to need two bases for one figure. For basically what you'd probably, just guessing what Bruce Lee would go for now, $50 less. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem right. It's there's a lot of factors going on right now.
Yeah.
Shipping's insane. It's expensive, and I'm sure they're factoring in costs in terms of like when this thing is going to ship, as to how much it's going to cost to ship it and stuff like that. But it's kind of sad.
Part of me is thinking,
sad.
because like we're on, what's the Luke 22 or something like that? Which DX number is it? Trevor?
I'm sorry, what?
What DX number is the newest Luke?
The newest Luke would be 24.
Okay. So we've only had 24
And
of
25.
these, right? Not many. And actually, if you cut out like the double dipping by saying this one has a vehicle, so it's a whole different number DX, we probably have like less than 20. So I think maybe they kind of took it to heart when they disappeared from DX for a while and then like started coming back out with them.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, well, people are like, what happened to the DX line? And they're like, oh, I
Yeah.
guess we'll just start slapping that on anything. Because half of these latest releases that you showed here, I had no idea they were DXs until just now.
Yeah, the Jack Sparrow, the second one, the Dead Men Tell No Tales in 2018, that had been a 5-year span between the Joker Mime, which was the last DX in 2013. So it was 5 years that they just kind of abandoned that whole thing. And in that time, I couldn't tell you if there was anything that came out with PERS. I'm going to say no.
Well, the Hulks, any of the Hulks came out.
Oh, that's true. You're right. The Hulks did.
But
yeah.
I understand larger overscale
You're right.
figures coming with PERS, like nothing small. came
Not
out with
standard size.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I do get that. But like when you come out with like Alita with hers, and then it's not a DX, and she comes with a decent range of accessories, like a whole different costume, whatnot that you can put on her, like where does that fall? It's not even a deluxe figure, it's just a regular release. So I don't know.
The foam is it. I'm going to throw this out because being that the knowledge, not the knowledge, just the idea that the first DX, or I'm sorry, it wasn't even the first DX. It was the DX07, which was Howard Chan's first Star Wars Kenner figure. I'm gonna say maybe DX is just Howard Chan's favorite shit, man. Like maybe it's just what Howard Chan likes. We're gonna make that a DX.
Howard Chan likes, Howard Chan gets.
That's right.
And he'll DX it.
It could totally be. I mean, it seems to be a pattern, right? I mean, there's 2 Terminators. There's 3 Batmen, 6 Jokers if you count all the every Joker that's been out
2
there.
Jack Sparrows, dude. We're definitely
2 Jack Sparrows. Bruce Lee, which like you can't really make probably many more than one Bruce Lee.
I think you have the license to do 1 Michael Jackson and 1 Bruce Lee, and then you're done.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. In terms of expensive costs. But yeah, I mean, everything else has been the same. It's been Luke, Terminator, Joker, Batman, Jack Sparrow, Darth Maul. That's it. And Ahsoka Tano's like the outlier there, and that's only the first one.
Yeah.
And even this one that wasn't a DX had the purrs, so who the hell knows?
And that was just a surprise to me. I mean, I think I might have missed it on the original release.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I did not know the young Ahsoka had purrs. I knew the adult one had purrs, but I did not know the young one did. It was kind of a shock.
I'm not sure I even knew that when I bought it.
I didn't know that until the picture started coming out. I'm like, oh, does she come with multiple sculpts, or are they just like moving the eyes in post, or what?
I don't remember even seeing that. If this, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if this is like conjecture or like I think Chan is a fan of Alita. Who knows? But I mean, yeah, I mean the fact that Alita wasn't a DX, I mean that seems like a DX figure to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She came with a diorama base. She came with the same diorama base that the movie promo edition Captain America from Civil War came with.
In the realm of like the Terminator, like that is that type of like not that it's the same type of character, but it's just like why is that not a DX? It doesn't make any sense. What do you think it is, TJ? What do you got? What are you thinking?
It's the foam.
I honestly think that Chad is onto something there. I think it is the foam.
It could be. It could just be the foam.
I have 4 DX figures, and they all have that foam.
All foam.
Yeah.
All right.
It's the foam.
All right. That's it.
Figured it out. That's it. That's a show. We
All right.
figured it out.
Great.
That's it. DX equals foam. That's it. It really is. I mean, that is the truthfully the common denominator that comes. There's no other figure, as far as I can remember, that comes. Even the Hulks. Forget that, right?
I love this.
Oh, that's my brother. Doesn't they really?
Your brother nailed it. DX was the
What's
friends that made along the way. I love that.
Yeah. So
Wait,
that's
so
it, man. It's foam.
hang on.
It's a foam. Go ahead.
Can we unpack that for just a second? Your brother's name is Tom, and you do a show with 2 Toms?
I know, man. It's all over the place. I can't.
So many Toms in your life.
Bespin Luke is going to be the king of foam. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Like, wait a minute. So you have the Darth Maul DX. Did that come in foam?
Oh, yeah, it did.
Yep.
Okay.
Indiana Jones DX.
And
foam.
oh yeah, that I knew. But the newer ones, I was thinking the Solo. Nobody has the Solo Maul.
No. Jack Sparrow. Foam.
I know the new Dark Knight Rises has foam.
Foam is it. Foam is king.
Foam is it.
It's
All
the
right,
packaging.
there you go.
It's all about the
Foam.
packaging.
We figured it out. We figured out the secret. I just got to figure out like
2
why
hours.
does DX equals foam? Is that like some sort of like is that a chemical compound designation or something for foam? That would be great. DX equals foam. That's great.
It's not deluxe. It's foam.
It's foam. All right. Well, that's
What's a show?
It's a
show
show.
about foam.
That's
Show
a
about
show.
foam.
You're welcome.
We solved the big case here
We've
tonight.
cracked the code that it has nothing to do with Howard Chan's favorite things. It has nothing to do with purrs. It has nothing to do with the amount of accessories or anything else. It has to do with
Foam.
foam. The fact that the figure is packed in foam, it makes it a DX.
Having Tufts and Grogu help, but it's foam that seals the deal.
It is the foam. Foam is the common denominator, man.
Yep.
That's it. That's it. It's the foam. T-shirt idea done. It's the
Howard
foam.
Chan loves foam. There we go. That's it.
It's the foam. That is going to be another emoji that I'll do when we have the membership. It's the foam. Cool. All right, guys. Yeah, that's the show. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. And we will see you in 2 weeks. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you're watching this later, I know all these people who are joining us tonight are subscribed already.
Like the video though, if you're watching right now, just hit that little
yeah.
little
Please,
heart
before you
button,
leave,
or
just hit the like.
thumbs
That would be awesome. Trying to get into this 1/6 world, man. There's a lot of 1/6 channels out there and shows out there, and just trying to get the word out. So if you know anybody who's into 1/6 on the Facebook groups and stuff like that, just tell them about the show every other Friday. And yeah, hit that subscribe, hit the like, and we will see you in 2 weeks.
Later, skaters.
Bye. Later, Gators.
Later, guys.
Can you say it like Stephen Grant? Later, skaters.
Later, Skaters.
I can't.
Later, Skaters.
You got it.
Later, Gators. Later, Skaters.